Can you hear me now? All right, so last time I tasted a white, and I think I guessed that it was Melon de Bourgogne from Muscadet from the Loire Valley. It is not. It is totally an Alsace Pinot Gris. Classic Hugel from 2016. Super light, super crisp, super delicious. But not Muscadet. So both of them are kind of neutral whites, both unoaked, with a little bit of phenolics, more on this, a little peanut shell lager beer kind of style, just real light fruit flavors, a little bit of watercress, little stone, little chalk, little minerality, and not quite as much here as on a Malone. So the acidity was pretty high and pretty elevated, which is a possibility, but this is, it's tough telling the difference sometimes between all of those neutral unoaked whites. So it's crucial to pay attention to like the aromatic intensity. So both of them are neutral or calmer or lower intensity whites. What fruit character you have, and then the non-fruit character is kind of important. So if it's got pyrazines or the absence of pyrazines or the absence of monoterpenes, that kind of stuff can be important. Lees contact is important, body and texture. So this is again a big structure one to pay attention to when you're trying to tell the difference between the two. So fascinating. All right, let's do reds. So today's red wine is, let's see, a little burgundy, a little red to garnet. It is light to medium minus concentration. There's a little rim variation, a little maybe just slightly watery to the edge, and not a huge bunch of color change though. It is clean and clear, no evidence of sediment or gas. I don't see evidence of staining, and it is moderately viscous with low tearing. All right, moving to the nose. It is moderately aromatic. It is mostly red fruited, red cherries. There is a little red flower and violet. There's a little bit of purple flower. It's floral. There's a little extra floral here. So roses and violets. It's real pretty. There's a little bit of earthiness, some leafy, dried leaves. So something kind of potpourri-like about this wine. There's some vanilla here, so possibility of oak increases with that, so a little bit of vanilla. Light oak usage. Wine is sound, and the red fruited flavors here are, like I said, strawberry, cherry, and they are pretty ripe. It's almost like a baked pie in here. Yeah, baked cherry pie is not out of the realm of vanilla ice cream on top. It sounds delicious. Let's move to the palate. That's the most fun part. It's dry. The fruit character is a little more tart on the palate. First one I tasted today, so that's kind of fun. It is a little more tart on the palate, but it is still red fruited. There is still a creamy vanilla character here, so I think there's definitely still oak on this wine, and cherries and strawberries, and a little bit of cranberry. Like, we get to the more of tart red fruits here. That floral spice element is definitely so like a potpourri Christmas spice kind of character here. It's pretty tasty, pretty like ripe to tart. Second taste, we'll talk about that leafy character, those dried leaves, that minerality. So I get a lot of earth character here, soil, potting soil, forest floor kind of character, which is really adding to the complexity of this wine. So structure-wise, it is dry. It is medium plus acidity. I'm going to go medium tannins and medium body. Alcohol, it's got a little bit of burn to it, medium plus. So I think possibility with the ripeness and then the ripe to tart is a and the usage of oak, I believe, with all of those things in conjunction, it is probably a cooler New World example of probably Pinot Noir, but color and style. I mean, we could talk about Gamay, we could talk about Grenache, maybe. I don't think it's got quite as much garnety rimmed, like garnet colors to it. It's still pretty red. There's a little bit of that orange tinge, but anyway, there could be some Grenache going on here, and most of the other things that I think are kind of thrown out the window with this being New World. So I think this is still pretty youthful. It is moderately complex, and the finish does linger on for quite a bit, and it actually gets a little bit warmer, so I think that medium plus alcohol is probably a better call because it does linger with the heat. So all of those things to be said makes the final conclusion a New World Pinot Noir. It is from Oregon, from the Willamette Valley, from a quality producer, and I think 2017 is the way to go. So 2017 Willamette Valley, Oregon producer of Pinot Noir in the United States. All right, let's see how that goes. Beautiful wine, and I'll talk to you guys next time.